Vegas, baby. Show fans, I'm back. Yeah, I've been kind of off the radar for about a week or so. To be honest with you, I just didn't find, I couldn't get myself to really be laughing or making jokes. And you know what? Anybody who wants to on the internet that wants to make a joke about it, that's fine. God bless you. You know, you're finding humor in it, and I think that's great. I struggled last week to find any humor in it until the toilet paper came. God bless my brother and sister in law in Tennessee that sent me the toilet paper. So I'm set for a while. And today I went out to pick up my prescriptions at Walmart Market, which is I've got a big Walmart, and then I've got the small Walmart that only the market only sells food, and that's where I get my prescriptions from. And they had eggs. I was like, yeah, baby. So I got eggs, and I got everything on my list but one thing. But I didn't really need it because I was stocking up on granola bars. But I have a couple boxes, so I'm good. So it was a good day, and there were shelves that were empty, but people were seemed like a better moods. It was weird though driving to the store. I was like, there was hardly anybody on the road, and all the parking lots as you're driving by the stores and strip malls all empty. I went by my casino down the street. The signs off. You know, nothing's in the parking lot. It's just weird. This is very weird times we're going through. And I kept saying to myself, people need your show, Lynn. They need you to make them laugh. So I have to step it up. Um, but it's hard. I won't lie. I'm gonna be honest here. Not gonna be too much of a Debbie Downer, but being alone um, is not easy, anyways. When you were married to somebody for a really long time and you had them next to you no matter what all the time. Um, and nights are always the roughest after you lose your loved one, but now it's days and nights because I can't even go and sit at a casino, plop a $10 bill or a $20 bill into the video poker machine and make it last for a couple hours and just talk to people. I can't even do that. I go watch at this time of year. I go watch baseball, but I can't even do that. So it is a little difficult at times. I was getting down, and if you know me, you know I have anxiety and depression issues. So that was starting to kick in, but I kind of overcame that. But I've got my ups and downs. There's no doubt about it. I have an appointment next week with my doctor. I was like, why don't you just do him over the phone? But whatever. My psychiatrist, so I got to go. There isn't really anything they can do. They're going to tell you this and that, stay on your medicine, blah, 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 blah. But it is tough, And so my point here is if you know somebody who's living by themselves, reach out to them. Make sure they're okay. Text them. I won't lie that sometimes people like to call at night, and by that time, I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. By the end of the day, I'm done. I don't really watch much news about it. I do watch what's going on here in Vegas. Unfortunately, the county we live in, which is Clark County, has a lot of cases, and they'd know more if they had more testing kits. So our governor went on the TV the other day, and he ripped into the White House and the president. It was awesome. And so what they did here was the gentleman, the CEO of MGM, which owns about I don't know 6 or 7 casinos, all the big casinos. They own them all. The Bellagio, MGM. Well, there's 3 MGMs on the Strip, and all the I think they might own Mandalay Bay. Anyways, he stepped down on Sunday to head a task force here in Vegas, and he's not getting paid. He's doing it for free, and he knows, like our governor said, he knows the ins and outs of getting supplies. He has contacts and this and that because the governor said that the federal government and the White House is not responding to his needs. Because we're a smaller state. Bullshit. We need our people just as much as New York, and we have sick people, so we need supplies too. And the thing about Vegas proper, which I live in, is everybody worked in a. That's why there's going to be a lot more cases because they all worked in jobs that they were with people all at the casinos and this and that. So it's not surprising that there's a lot of cases here. So I really like it. So, anyways, this task force that our governor put together, it's supposedly this guy is going to be able to pull some strings and hopefully get us stuff that we can't get through the government. So hopefully that happens. Um, I today I worked out again. I started my step aerobics yesterday, so I'm starting to do that again because that really helped me back last year. My nephew, Darren, got married in August, and I started doing that last spring, and it got me in shape, man, mentally and physically. Walk, and I like to walk, but it's been real windy here the last couple of days, and I hate walking in wind. So, so yes, I did that yesterday and today. So that's a good thing. So I'm trying to be up. So I thought today, because I'm like, what can I talk about? I'm trying to find, it's just like, so I was making the comparisons. And so this might make some of the guys a little uncomfortable, but you shouldn't. If you're married, hearing me talk about women getting their periods and stuff like that should make no difference, especially if you had children. But I wanted to talk about women going through menopause and how when you're young, the cycle of life starts when you're young, you're in junior high or grade school, whenever you get your period, and then to when it stops. So when you're young, you're a young kid, right? I was in junior high, I think, and yeah, you get your period. And then your hair starts growing under your arms and on your legs, and you're like, shit. So now you have to start shaving, and you got to deal with your period, right? So you go all those years dealing with all that, shaving all the time, this and that, and then you get older. Now, I went early because of the stress. I went through menopause when I was 45 years old. I thought I was pregnant. And a couple of my friends thought it was funny because all of a sudden I didn't get it for a couple months. And I was like, holy shit, I can't be. Bill had a vasectomy, but that don't mean nothing. So I was like, oh my God. So I went to the doctor and she's like, you're not pregnant. And my one girlfriend goes, oh my God. I go, that's not funny. I'm 45, first of all. And I had a sick husband. That was only 5 years before Bill passed away. And 4 years because I was 49 when he passed away. So the doctor goes, no, I gave her all the symptoms. She goes, you're going through menopause. I said, oh, wow, really already? And she goes, it's probably the stress that brought it on. So I started to go through menopause. And, I read a book on it, so I was prepared a little bit for all the weird things. And, man, they happen. You're literally, well, first of all, your memory goes, right? So you're walking into the kitchen to do something. You get in there and you're like, and I'm looking around. I remember Bill a couple times would go, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I came in here for something. And then, you go back to the other room, and then you get back, and you're like, oh, shit, now I know what I went there for. So you had to go back, right? So that happened a lot. But one of my favorite times was, excuse me, allergies. Chill out, everybody. And anyways, you're all 6 feet away from me, so we're good. So one time, Bill and I had went out for dinner after work, and Michael didn't want to go. He was younger, and I told him, I said, make sure you bring in the garbage cans. It was garbage day, and the garbage cans would sit out in front of the house. I said, please bring those in. I want those in before I come home. Oh, yeah, no problem, he was a teenager, so he probably didn't even hear me say it. He just said, yeah, sure, like they all do, right? Bill and I went out for a nice dinner, so we were driving down the street, and we come back, and we pull in onto Piper Lane, our street, and then I see my house, and there are the garbage cans. And I'm like, oh my God, and I completely freak out. I mean, full-blown yelling, freaking out, and Bill's like, oh my God, take cover. And he does that, and I'm like, shut up, man. And then we pull into the driveway, and then I calm down. It's funny because half of your brain's going, what are you doing? And the other half's freaking out. So that would be Bill saying then. If I was in I think we were in Coles way, and Michael was doing something, and he wasn't paying attention, and I started to lose it too. And Michael's like, and Bill yells out, take cover, Michael, she's going in again. So they would do this, and we would laugh and laugh and laugh. So we went through all that. And So you get past that, right? All the women. Most women go through it in their 50s and 60s. Mostly by 60 you're done. But so you all went through it. But when you're getting into your late 50s and 60s, your body starts to change now. Now here's the thing that I started to realize. When you're an adolescent, the hair starts to grow on your legs, your underarms, you're shaving, you're thinking it's cool, you get your period. Now your period's gone. And when you're getting late 50s and 60s, all of a sudden the hair starts growing on your legs and underarms. I don't know, maybe yours hasn't, but mine has. And that used to be the big joke at work. When I was working, I'd be spring and I'd be like, oh, I think I'm going to have to pull out my razor and shave those two hairs on my leg. And they're like, no way are there only two hairs. I'd whip out my leg and I'd pull down my, can you see? I can't do it that hard. I'd pull out my leg at work and they'd be like, by golly, there is only two hairs there. So we'd laugh about it. So when you get older, so that stuff stops growing, right? And you're like, this is great. Don't have to shave my legs, don't have to shave under my arms. This is awesome. You shave like once a summer. But this is the weird thing. But then you wake up in the morning and you look at your face, and tell me, women out there, you know what I'm talking about. There's this strand of hair that's right here on your chin, and it's about this long, and it's black. I swear to God, my chin was growing bangs the other day. I'm like, what the heck? And it is the truth. You go to bed, you're like, okay, everything's cool. You wake up the next day, and there's a hair here or there or here or here. One time I was looking in the mirror, and I looked, and it was down here on my neck. I'm like, oh my God, how long has that black hair been there? And you're walking around, and people are probably laughing at me. But that's the thing. The hair grows on your chin and above your lip. I don't get that. So everything else stops growing, but then these weird little hairs, bing, and they're always black. And they're coarse. You pull those things out, and I'm telling you, they're like this long. I'm like, what the hell? So I never travel without my tweezers. Oh yeah, every morning I got to take a look. What's growing now? Because you never know. And as you know, this is not the best looking face. So I can't have these strands of hair poking out, going out, and people will be like, whoa, get away from me. That looks dangerous. But that's the funny thing about how the body changes. You're like, what the heck? And I just thought about something funny when I was thinking about when I was going through menopause. I want to say I was going through it when my dad had passed away so my dad passed away unexpectedly. He went to sleep. God bless him. He never woke up. I mean, who wouldn't want to go that way, right? So it had happened on a Saturday morning. And so Sunday, I took my son, my sister, her son, her daughter, and then we had a young man staying with us for the weekend. His parents were out of town, Michael's friend, and we all had to go to Burlington Coat Factory because we wanted to get the kids some of the kids some clothes for the wake and for the funeral. So Kathy, my sister, cycled through that. So we piled all the kids in the car. So there's Michael, his friend, Darren, and Jackie. And they're all at that age, teenagers, and so we get to Burlington Coat Factory. Me and my sister are stressed out beyond belief, of course. And Michael decides, my son, to be the goofball that he is, but picked the wrong day to do it. So I'm looking at stuff, trying to get see if I can get him some pants and stuff. So I'm working with the salesman, and then Michael disappears. I'm like, so we pick something out, and I'm like, well, let's see. And I look around, I'm like, where is Michael? So that little, I hear my nephew and my niece and his friend laughing down the other aisle, and they're like, oh my God, that's great. And I said, Michael, where are you? I yelled that out in the store. And all of a sudden, he comes walking down the aisle. He's got a briefcase in his hand. He's got a tie on. And I think he had a hat on. And he's like, yes, honey, what do you need? And I'm like, And everyone's laughing. Even the salesman was laughing. He's like, oh my God. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I said, I am going to rip your arm off and beat you with it if you don't get that stuff off. He had all this stuff on. And he was just trying to make us laugh. It was so funny. Because he comes walking down the aisle with the briefcase, hat, tie on. He put this all on down the other aisle. He got stuff. And then he came in, okay, what do you need, Mom? And I'm like, oh, I order. Although it is pretty damn funny. Inside I was laughing, but I was mad. But I was laughing. And then we get them in the car on the way home, and I had a full blown. And they were all blah, 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 bickering this it. And finally, I just slammed on the brakes and I said, I don't want to hear a peep from the four of you until we get home. Do I make myself clear? Now, wouldn't you be afraid of that face? I don't know. It just made me laugh. I'll never forget Michael doing that. That's my son. I mean, you know what? You got to laugh. So that he would always try to make us laugh, me and Bill, the things he would do at home. And so I'm just kind of all over the place today because I'm trying. So I got to get back to my show. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about me and Bill, but I do miss him a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I talk to him every day, and I say, you cannot believe. I was excited when the toilet paper came in the mail. My brother sent it. He ordered it online for me. He found a place and sent it to me because I haven't seen toilet paper since this started here on the shelves. And then eggs. Never in my wildest dreams. I'm 61, almost 62. And I'm hoping by the time my birthday comes around, we're going to be out and about again. This would be going on. Really, I can't even wrap my head around it, to be honest with you. But it is tough being alone because I do want to vent about some things, and I can't. And so I do. I vent. I vent to the TV and this and that. So, it is pretty funny because sometimes I get mad and I flip people off on the TV. Oh yeah, did I ever introduce you to the sausage finger? Did I ever tell you the story about this finger? There was a Thanksgiving, another Michael, cool thing. We were at Thanksgiving at my brother's house and sister-in-law's house, the ones that now live in Tennessee, and they lived in Streamwood, and it was their year, and they had Thanksgiving. They had a ton of us there. There was just lots of us, and we had a huge long table, and we were all eating on it, and Michael was down at the other end, and he made some comment, and I went like that, and he goes, look, everybody, it's a smoky link. Look at her finger. And so from then on, this was called the sausage finger. He's like, it's a little smoky link. That's my son, all right? Doesn't fall too far from the tree, just like I don't fall too far from the tree from my father. Again, look like my father, good looking on a man, on a woman not so much. Sorry, Dad. But yeah, that's my son. And so this is the smoky link. Oh my God, we always have fun with that. And I remember when Michael first started going out with his now fiance, Amanda, and we would do stuff like that. And she'd be like, because he'd say something, I'd be like, he goes, there's the sausage finger. And she's like, what? And so Amanda now knows that Michael and I, we goof around a lot and we say a lot of funny things to each other, but we just bounce it back. My son and I, very blessed. Best thing I ever did in my life was have my son. Best thing. And I think I didn't want any, but without him, I couldn't be where I am today because after Bill passed, although the first year after Bill passed, Michael and I pretty much took the anger out on each other. But then once we got past that and things, we were already close anyways, the three of us, Michael, Bill, and I, because everything we'd been through. But we got very close then, very, very close. And to this day, we're pretty close. He calls me every day. And, that's him texting right now. How does he know I'm on the air? But he's a good kid. He had his moments. He was 18 when his father passed away, and that's not a good age for a young man. They need that male figure in their life. So I kind of had to wear both hats, mom and dad. And So I was mom and dad for a couple years after Bill passed away, and then it got to the point where I could just be mom because he was old enough, and I was blessed. I really, really am blessed. I love him to death. He's a good man. His father would be so proud of him. He's got a pretty wicked sense of humor, which I like, and he would do anything for anybody. Do you know what I mean? He really would. He's got a good heart, real good heart, and but we laugh a lot, and I'm grateful for him because and at the end of the day, this is the honest to God truth. People don't like hearing it, but if I hadn't had Michael in my life when Bill passed away, I'm sure I wouldn't be sitting here doing this show. I wouldn't. And that's just a fact. That's how I spun out of control. But anybody who calls this the sausage finger, he's funny. I love that boy. People who watch this are probably gonna be like, I don't know what she was doing on this show. She's just talking. I am. I'm just talking because I need to talk to people. Um, and I'm not even. I didn't even do it in front of my stage. I'm downstairs in my kitchen right now. Here's my kitchen behind me, and then over there is another kind of little TV area. And you walk in the front door. I have the garage over here behind me. Garage door right there, and then the stairs to go upstairs are over there. See, my family only saw the little teeny townhouse I was living in before. They haven't seen this bigger place. I am so grateful I'm out of that teeny townhouse. If I were locked in like we are now in that teeny townhouse, I would be going freaking crazy. Because really, in the second year, I really grew to hate that place. I did not like it at all, and I am so grateful I'm not there anymore. Thank goodness. So yes, I decided to do the show from the kitchen today, and I think that's it. So what should I sing? I don't have my ukulele. It's upstairs. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Raise that sunshine all over the place. If you put on a happy face. There was a song I was going to sing, Make That Smile, Turn That Smile Upside Down, Turn That Frown Upside Down. It's a Judy Garland song. I may do that. And today is my little sister's birthday. Yeah, we affectionately call her the Martini Baby. Um, she laughs at it, but she is almost 9 years younger than me. And in the '60s, my mom was 38, I think, when she had her, and that was old in the '60s. People didn't have kids like they do now. So, and 9 years younger, they had a couple martinis, and whoop, out came my sister. So that's why we affectionately call her the Martini Baby. But we love her. So I love her so much, and my Elvis Elvis has now entered the kitchen. Can you hear me, Alan? I'm on the show. Stop stealing my thunder, man. What's up with that? Come here. Want to say hi? Let's see. He's right here. Hey! Hey, say hi to Elvis. This is what I have. Thank God I have him. Because if I didn't, him and I spent a lot of time together. Well, he loves me so much. Oh, look at that. Isn't he a sweetheart? Okay, get out of here. It's my show. All right. So, what else could I sing for you? The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. My heart fills with love for all of you out there that turn my show on every single day to watch. Hey, look at that. Did you see I kind of rhymed that in there? All right. I love you guys. That's all I got today. I hope I made you laugh once or twice. I mean, we all know this probably made you laugh. Come on. I get up in the morning and I'm like, hello, gorgeous. Okay, I'm out of here. I will be. Oh my God, sorry. I kind of breathed in a little bit too much. Whew, these old lungs. Um, so thank you. Come back. It'll get each show will get better again. This is the first one, so I had to try one to see if I could muster it up, and I'll get better again. I promise. So I'm always here. Just turn me on, baby. And I love you. And I can't really say my sayings because we can't go outside. We can't be with people. So now I'm just saying reach out to family, reach out to friends who might be alone, who might be elderly, who might be sick already. Make sure you connect with people. And remember us people that are on our own. It is tough to be stuck in the house by yourself. So, and love one another, right? So let's keep on rocking and rolling. And I'll see you on the next Vegas baby show starring Millen. I love you guys. Keep on rocking and rolling and stay healthy. Boy.